So the whole world faces sort of the same challenge, which is around rising interest rates, high inflation, and the world is adjusting to that. But to the degree of that is very different depending where in the world you are. Europe, we are hardest hit because we have the highest inflation. We also have probably a deeper recession than in other places in the world. So the adjustment is much quicker, much deeper in Europe. The US probably sits a bit in between, and in Asia, where inflation is still sort of under control and interest rates have moved up only very slightly, actually a more flatlining rather than having a proper sort of market reset like we have in Europe. Favored sectors are still the same because they are driven by structural factors. There's a housing crisis, so there's a lot of demand for rental and residential sort of plays. There's lots of demand still for logistics space. And obviously we have seen a bit of a reset around offices where the pandemic has changed the dynamic a bit, but it's by no means as bad as it is in the US, where many companies have not really returned to the office. In Europe, we are more on the side of Asia Pacific, where most people work flexibly, but work most of the time still in offices. And we have still the retail sector, which is going through its transition. It's probably close to finally bottoming out on rents and pricing. But sort of that hierarchy hasn't changed, that residential, logistics and many alternatives are at the top, office in the middle, and retail sort of still the least favored sectors by investors.